What's up, vlog? We are here this morning, just headed to our first ever vlog meeting talking about Bitcoin. So stick along and check it out.
Hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm 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 hustling. Hustling, 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 hustling.
What's up, vlog? We are here today with Ronnie and Nick to talk about blockchain technology, how it's impacting the world. How's it going today, guys?
Real good.
No, good day, good day.
Awesome.
The market's
So my
looking
first
good,
question,
baby.
first question of the day is what is Bitcoin? Can you guys touch on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Bitcoin,
yeah.
what is your just brief description of it? I know it's out there in the world right now.
So let me go first. So obviously we have the long answer to what is Bitcoin. Everybody likes the short, meaty answer. What is Bitcoin? It's digital cash. That's what everybody loves. You got to understand though, it's actually a software protocol, and part of that protocol, one of the first applications is the delivery of that unit of account or digital cash. That's the short and sweet, but you do have to understand it's an amazing technological innovation, both for computer science and monetary science.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is the founder of the blockchain technology.
Okay.
So bringing that technology, not only is it a killer app for blockchain technology, a lot of people are trying to recreate that into other means. It's just paving the way as far as Ethereum is the big second dog that's coming into this. So Bitcoin has basically introduced a technology that now people are trying to manifest into anything they can find. It's just a revolutionary technology, and
So let's touch on that. You said Ethereum real quick. So I work in the real estate space. How does real estate, Ethereum, how do all of those things kind of fit together with tying in the blockchain technology?
Well, yeah, as far as Ethereum goes, the fact that it brings in what would you call Turing complete contracts versus a very strict manifestation of like what Bitcoin does. It's like we said, it can do a few other things, but Ethereum really digs into what is the possibilities.
So is Ethereum kind of like you're tracking, let's say, a contract in real estate? If you were to buy a house, how does that kind of affect, or how does Ethereum in that basis speed up the process or make it more secure and efficient?
Well, I think the big key word is smart contracts.
Okay.
And with smart contracts, you're basically, instead of having a third-party provider being the entity or the person that checks to say, hey, are you doing what's right, or well, I'm doing what's right, this is verified by math. And this could be the terms and conditions are put into the contract via math. So there is no breaking it, it's set in stone. So what this opens up is like on real estate, if the governments were to take that as an actual form of identity for a property, they could say, hey, my name is Nick and I want to give you this property, and just give you that transaction. We don't have to have a middleman. Now, I think the legal roadblocks we're going to run into is the hurdles of real estate is one of the slowest, to jump onto the technology. But I think there's a lot of companies out there that are biting big chunks. They're going for the whole shebang, global buying of currency and stuff. What these end up being is, I have a currency that I'm going to send to you, and then they end up using middleman guys anyways at both points. So it's really not there yet. I think we might see a point where local institutions or local areas, you might see Idaho comes up with something, and then you might see other states that join suit. But I think it's going to start locally before it globally reaches out. You just have to build the infrastructure slowly up.
So let me add to that. A couple things about blockchain technology in general is it's terribly inefficient, actually. That inefficiency is actually a plus for blockchain, because that's what gives us a lot of censorship and resistance.
When you say inefficiency,
Right.
does that just mean that it's not adopted?
No, when I say inefficient, I'm comparing that to an equal platform that would be centralized, like for instance a database. So the problem is to get your censorship resistance and your level of immutability, a blockchain is horribly inefficient because of the way it achieves consensus. And that's okay. I mean, that's why we built it. So what you have to look at in all these platforms, like let's take escrow for instance. If escrow costs you X amount of dollars and you have to use this type of intermediary, mathematically or economically, does the blockchain do it cheaper? Is what it'll come down to, for less money. And so that's what you kind of have to look at with all these unique applications that they're going to come up for blockchain and smart contracts. Is it cheaper to do it this way? Because at the end of the day, if doing it centralized is cheaper, that's probably where the money's going to flow to, and that's okay. That's okay, because what we're seeing right now is people are trying to take legacy and blockchain it. And that's not necessarily the right thing to do. Yet there are going to be a lot of things that can be blockchain, and it's going to be awesome. Like if we really get to the point of transferring deed and title on property via blockchain, then it is going to save a few bucks. But there could be other complications, things that nobody's thinking about. For instance, if you work with a Bitcoin wallet address right now, and you lose that address, you just lost your Bitcoins, right? Or you lose your access credentials, you lose the access to the Bitcoins. What if you do that with your title and deed? Now, that's a really rudimentary example because there's plenty of ways around it. But my point is, it might become even more cumbersome to use blockchain. So we have to run the numbers. Now, when we think about blockchain, the real meat and potatoes, the really amazing things, we don't know what they're going to be. This is where innovation, comes out. It's kind of like if we go back to the internet. When they first launched the internet, it was a communication medium. They probably had no idea that there was going to be a Facebook or a YouTube. I mean, they could kind of fantasize to some degree, but they didn't know what that was. And I'll bet you what they didn't think was that Google would farm all of your data and deliver only searches specific to what your queries were. I mean, and so we're seeing this as enhancing confirmation bias, and it's actually really bad to have all that data aggregated and sharpen your queries down to pinpoint accuracy of what you desire, because then it eliminates any type of innovation outside your scope of understanding, right? So yeah, I mean that's kind of what we have to think about with blockchain, is what those opportunities are and what the opportunity costs are relative to traditional models. And we're going to see this for a long time. People are going to try and fit square pegs into round holes, and that's okay. That's okay, because that could stimulate further research and further innovation.
So to wrap this up with the last question of the day, let's jump on 2018 predictions. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't need any numbers, but are you guys looking like a good outlook for the space for 2018?
So the price is going to go up, and it will go down, probably go sideways. That's probably my prediction.
I think that is probably the best prediction I've ever heard.
So yeah, 2018 is going to be an interesting year. We're still in the very beginning, and we saw that already. There's been a lot of negative publicity around, kind of the cryptocurrency market dip. The funny part is nobody remembers this. This happens all the time. Anybody that's been a native blockchainer for a long period of time, or a native cryptocurrency guy, we've seen this time and time again. So for me, now here's the funny part. When Bitcoin came down, and I'll speak kind of metaphorically using Bitcoin, because it was the whole market. When I saw Bitcoin come down, or ETH or Ripple, whatever coins that I'm into, when I saw them come down, I didn't have any money, but I had 10, 50, $100. I bought some more. And then Bitcoin kept coming down, and Bitcoin hit 10,000. And it went all the way down to about 6,000 or something. Guess what? I had $5 more. $5 more went in there. I said, and so, but understanding that psychology kind of tells you where the space is. We've never had things that people are so aggressive about holding on to, or hodling, owning, or holding, however you want to pronounce it. So to me, when I talk with all the other Bitcoiners and cryptocurrency guys, and that's their modus operandi, that's how they operate. Man, I've never, go back to pets.com or Enron. When those stocks start coming down, everybody ran. Everybody ran. And that's everybody's goal when they buy stocks, is when do I sell? How high does that get? How many dividends do I need? When can I rebalance my portfolio? And in cryptocurrency, the longer people are in it, you say to them, well, when do you sell your Bitcoin?
Never.
Why would I sell my Bitcoin? I will get to a point where I spend it on rent or on mortgage, or even right now we're starting to see people buy real estate with Bitcoin, with crypto.
The title company in town here said that they did their first Bitcoin transaction this year. And it's like,
Why not? Let's do it. So let me just finish off. You know what the big thing is for 2018? And here's what everybody misses. If you really want to make Rockefeller wealth, I'm talking, go back to history and look at the value of the Vanderbilt fortune, the Rockefellers. If you really want to make crazy wealth in this space, build. And I mean build anything. It can be something great and it can be something bad. And the reason I say that sounds like a crazy thing to say, is the companies that have harnessed the ability to operate within the blockchain space are going to be juicy acquisition targets. And we've seen this historically time and time again. The greatest example, Google. Google could have built YouTube in a day, but they didn't. They acquired it. Facebook could have built Instagram, but they didn't. They acquired it. We're going there again, except we're at a period of time where some of the biggest corporations ever have huge amounts of money, offshores, onshore. I mean, we've got companies with, nearing on $1 trillion in capital. This is going to be an acquisition frenzy. So you really want to nail it in the cryptocurrency market? Yeah, buy some cryptos. It's awesome. It's fun, and use them. But if you can build in the space, just like what you're talking about, build something real estate, build something, anything, that's going to be where the money's at.
awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for today. If you guys enjoyed it today, come back next time. We'll have a definitely better episode and different questions. So thank you.